Welcome, one and all, to College Feud. I'm your host, Brian. This is the show where college problems and students are dealing with, they are put straight into the spotlight. Today, we have a striking debate that has caused battle amongst the college community for decades. That being to dorm or not to dorm, or in a non-Shakespearean term, dorming or commuting. As you can see, our two host contestants are two polar opposites. To my left, we have dormer and president of so many campus clubs. It seems logically impossible.
And to my left, a community that spends all their work checks on college debts and gas money. Contestant 2.
How are our contestants doing?
I'm doing great. Dorming is so much fun. I get to be heavily involved in a lot of campus activities.
I'm okay. I had traffic on the way here, but luckily I made it on time and saved money.
All right. Are you all ready to play some College Feud?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
The name of the game is simple. Answer the 5 questions asked by our surveys and see how many answers the same. That number dictates how many points you get. You need 200 points to complete the round.
Is there a correct answer?
Nope, all are opinion based. Your individual experience of either dorming or commuting. Let's get this game started. Day of the week that you do laundry.
Saturdays, despite the room getting packed.
Number of clubs you are part of.
5.
Place of eatery on a busy day.
Dining hall.
Place of work.
On campus.
Roommates nice or not?
Very nice.
Well. Someone got their lucky rabbit foot before coming to campus.
What can I say? It's been fun so far.
That's what you say now, but you're probably off camera drinking 12 cups of coffee, getting that essay done for English class. Now let's check your score. First question you said Saturday. Survey says. Second question you said board show 5. Third question you said dining hall. Survey says. Fourth question you said on campus. Survey says. Last question you said very nice. Survey says. And the total is the total of 199 points. Oh, Joe, you were so close. Only 1 point off from 200.
Oh man, those surveys really didn't like their roommates, huh?
It happens. That's why I didn't go to it.
Guess I got lucky.
Not to worry, Joe. You see, if Stevie gets here on a higher score, you win by default. Stevie, it's now time for you to shine.
As long as I can beat 5 o'clock traffic, let's do this thing.
That's the spirit. Okay, same questions, but a different context. Day of the week, you do laundry.
Depends whenever I have time.
I can imagine not frequently. Number of clubs you are a part of.
1,
Place of eatery on a busy day.
McDonald's.
Place of work. On or off campus.
Off campus.
Roommates nice or not?
I don't have any roommates.
McDonald's.
Not the best food, but it's filling in between shifts.
All right. First question you said depends. Survey says. Second question you said 1. Survey says. Third question you said McDonald's. Survey says. Question you said off campus. Survey says. Last question you said none. Survey says. Then a total of 200 points. Wow, 200 points. And it looks like Steve and thus commuting wins.
This is awesome. Do I win anything?
You win the satisfaction of winning.
So there's no prize for Stevie.
Sadly, no.
So do we have to do any more rounds in order to win an actual prize?
Also, no. We just have to run out of time.
But we only did one round.
Sorry, we're in a time crunch. Only one round. Thank you, too, for participating in the game. Thank you for watching this round of College Feud. We'll be back after a brief word with our sponsors.
You'd think the winner would.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
We're helping our classmates.
Thank you. Aquí ayudamos a quienes les gusta comer postres ricos.
I'm helping my customers.
Sim, muito obrigado. Tchauzinho. Eu estou a fazer isto para ajudar a minha família, comunidade e amigos.
Hi, my name is Marconi Gathers, the Health Director for the Township of Union. Getting vaccinated is the best way to ensure that we continue to help others in our community. COVID-19 vaccines are safe, effective, and free. So please continue to help your community by getting vaccinated at one of our upcoming vaccination clinics. Remember, together we can help our community.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt, and welcome to Student Talk, the segment on the show where we talk to students about those college topics that no one else dares to talk about. You know, dorming and commuting is such a odd topic to discuss because, you know, everyone's situations are different. People either like to live on campus, stay at those dorms all nice, and others just want to commute, you know, and deal with, you know, traffic jams. So we interviewed some students and saw what their thoughts are. Hi, I'm here with
Jalen.
So do you dorm or you commute?
I'm a commuter student.
What's the worst part about commuting?
I think the worst part about commuting is the commute itself, just because I have to drive here. I live around 30 minutes away, so sometimes it's kind of a hassle getting to campus, but other than that, I like being a commuter student, so yeah.
As a commuter, how do you deal with time management?
Time management, I think the best way that I deal with it is by using a planner. So I bullet journal, so that's definitely been a big help for me throughout all of college. So just having weekly spreads and being able to write down all my assignments and stuff like that has definitely helped me with time management. Sometimes being at home makes it difficult because, you know, when you're at home, you just want to like watch Netflix or YouTube and just do other things other than schoolwork. So that's definitely hard. But yeah, I think overall with time management, it's just up to like keeping a planner for me. That's helped me a lot. Yeah.
How do you get around to school and why?
I use a car to get to school. Probably just because it's the easiest mode of transportation to get here for me. I know I could take the train for sure, but it would probably take me a lot longer. So I think just in terms of saving time, I take the car. But parking here is like difficult, so that's the sucky part about it.
So overall, do you enjoy commuting and why?
I think overall I do enjoy commuting just because I get a change of scenery every once in a while. I feel like if I dormed, I would get kind of homesick or even just tired of being on campus. So I like having the option of either like hanging out here or being able to go home. And also like I'm really involved with a lot of different clubs and like things and organizations like that. So it's helpful to be able to drive wherever I need to be instead of being on campus all the time.
All right, thank you. I'm here with
Rachel.
So do you dorm or do you commute?
I dorm here.
What do you like the most about dorming?
I think one of the things I like most is getting to meet a lot of people on campus, and like I feel like it just gets me more involved since, you know, I'm basically like here every day. Mm-hmm. And then like especially just like meeting people like on my floor or like just like in different buildings. It's like really fun.
What would you change about your dorming life, if anything?
Well, so I have a suite mate, but it's only just the two of us. So I don't have a roommate, and she also doesn't have a roommate. And I mean, like, it's nice because, like, oh, I have the room to myself. But at the same time, it'd also be just, like, nice having the experience of, like, also having a roommate, if that makes sense. But also, like, making sure, like, I get along with them and things like that. And also, I guess, even though there are, like, things that happen here at Kane, I guess sometimes I wish it was a little more lively since it's more of commuters that go to this school than people who dorm compared to other schools. But, like, it's still nice.
Has dorming ever got you closer to your community, and how?
I think, as I mentioned before, like, it just gets me more involved. And also it just makes it easier, like going to places since I'm already on campus and I don't have to, like, worry about, like, oh, like, I have to, like, leave my house a certain time and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, definitely, like, it helps me, like, get more and, like, involved and, like, going to, like, different, clubs. Yeah.
Do you have any interesting stories about dorming so far?
Not really any that I could think of at the moment. Like, most of the things I do is just, like, I just have, like, fun times with my friends. Like, sometimes, like, we're just cooking, like, random stuff in, like, the kitchen. Or, like, we just do a bunch of, like, random stuff. There's not really a story I could think of at the moment.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, those were some interesting responses. You know something? At the end of the day, dorming and commuting, they have their pros and cons in terms of college life. But, you know, I think we can all agree on one thing. That no matter if you dorm or commute, we're all a little stressed to get some good grades in order to get that diploma. But with that said, that's all for this segment of Student Talk. And we'll see you next time. We'll be back after the break.
Welcome to Small Talk. I'm your host, Brian. For the final segment of our show, we are going to have a discussion on the topic of dorming versus commuting with our professional guest, Victor. Hi, thank you for joining us today. Victor, we are pleased to have you on our show today.
Thank you for bringing me on. The pleasure is all mine.
On this segment of our show, we will sit down and discuss how to make these college life issues more manageable for our viewers. Since the topic for today is commuting versus dorming, what tips do you have for students who have to drive to school every day?
You know, that's a great question. I was a commuter myself, so basically opened the floodgate of advice. I can honestly say that the best tip I have for college students that commute is to simply plan ahead. Obviously, commuting offers tons of budget cuts, by not spending money on dorming, but with that comes the downside of having to always drive. If you know you have to get gas on the way to school that morning, leave 10 minutes earlier to be able to get to school on time, or maybe even the night before. I mean, after all, no one wants to be late for class being stuck in a traffic jam.
That is definitely a great tip. I should have learned that during my first time driving to campus. Got into so many traffic jams, almost ruined my GPA. Anything more you'd like to add? Perhaps some advice to whose dorm? I'm sure there's a few out there who need a little help.
Yes. I may not be the best expert for discussing dorming in general, since it's honestly something I have never done. However, I have received some advice from friends who have dormed. I was always told by peers of mine that setting ground rules with your roommates is essential to avoid any conflicts in the future. After all, these are people you spend an entire semester or two with. If you don't set up some level of trust, you will be fighting over something as minuscule as whole chicken wings. Whose chicken wings are those in the fridge?
Oh, that's definitely happened to me. Only it was with my family. Very off topic, but it's true. The biggest tip I can give to everyone is that in the end, it doesn't matter which of the two you take, dorming or commuting. Your college experiences might differ for sure, but at the end of the day, it's the time that you spend that matters.
Now that is some great advice on managing dorming and commuting lives. Well, thank you for being here. We truly appreciate it. I'm sure those tips will be useful to those watching us.
It is no problem again. Thank you for having me and giving me the privilege to give any advice to possible students watching.
I'm sure your advice will be taken with great consideration. Well, that's all for today, folks. We hope you enjoy learning about today's topic. Thank you all for tuning in to College Checklist. We'll catch you next time.